I got a fucking baby
That's big
Jacob. Wait,
brain.
no, it's
I've,
not today.
I've always done that. Like, yeah, it's really small. I'm like, you lied. I'm like, ha ha. You make it bigger. Let's go. All right.
You are
Serious
full of
talk.
surprises.
Serious talk now. Um, I'm gonna jump on some of these NBA bets, and then I'm gonna do some NASCAR betting. Um, and yeah, because when you talk to me about NBA betting, you do a lot. You cover a lot of shit. So I think that'll be good content. Let's see. Okay.
Should get Fago in here to liven it up a little bit.
No, I don't want to get kicked off immediately.
Kicked off kick. That doesn't exist.
It does. There's already been a couple people that's been suspended for doing that fucking follow me, I'll follow you. Trying to get the followers up.
Please tell me, Beezy, that you don't have your chat and followers only.
I do. What's wrong with that? Just
Oh
follow
my
me.
god.
What? Just follow. Don't be hating.
You now you're guilting people into following you
Oh
when
my
you're not.
god.
Let me put my chat behind a
You know,
wall of some
now
sort.
if I was
That's
doing like
very
a Nick
very
Merckx
inclusive
thing,
of you.
like sub only chat, then
What are
yeah.
your thoughts on the Middle East?
But yeah, Beezy, the motherfucker has fucking 30,000 viewers at a time. Of course he can do that. You have fucking half a viewer.
Oh my god, if it's that
I'm the half a
bad,
viewer.
Half a viewer.
half a viewer,
I'm the half a
bad.
viewer.
Shut
Half
up.
a viewer.
Half a viewer,
I'm the half a
bad.
viewer.
Shut
Okay,
up.
so what are we betting on today?
Half a viewer,
I'm the half.
bad. All right. I would change it since it's a big deal there, meanies. All right.
First and foremost, you should state
You got
about
bullied
gambling.
into it in fucking 10 seconds. Get
You
Yeah.
should state that gambling. If you have a gambling addiction, there's hotline numbers, or you can.
What?
Just post that clip of train, have it rolling over and over on the top of your screen or something.
If you have a gambling issue, then do better. I mean, you notice everybody with gambling issue, it broke. It's never an issue when you're winning and you're becoming a millionaire.
No,
It's
hard
never
agree. Or hard disagree. Hard disagree.
what? If somebody was winning like $1 million weekly, you wouldn't be like, "Oh, that guy sucks. He has a gambling issue."
This motherfucker train is gambling, losing millions of dollars, but it's sponsored money, so
I'm
it
about to
doesn't
say,
fucking
yeah,
matter.
it's not really coming out of his
But
pocket.
that's still a fucking problem. He's just fucking losing over
Yeah.
and over. He's gambling.
Uh, I have a MLB boost. What is this? I just opted in.
Major League Baseball.
Yeah.
Have you seen
Let's
my
see.
baseball?
After clicking claim now in the promotion, you will be awarded 3 profit boost tokens. You must claim them by
Uh,
April 8th. All right.
Well, today's April 6th, so you're
Give me a good
2 days.
baseball bet.
What's that?
Give me a good baseball bet, RJ. Look at my stream.
Uh,
I got FanDuel open right now.
the Mets will not make the playoffs.
let's talk about shit today. Uh,
The Mets will lose.
well, there's already games. So games start at some of the games start at 5.
Well, MLB and NBA, you
I
can bet
can't. I don't know
live.
why, but on your screen, on my thing, I don't know if it's because it's the quality. I can't even see the actual percentages or the numbers on there.
That's not good.
Let me freaking. I'm in 7. I'm on 720.
I don't know how to
That's a
change
one and
that.
a half. Is the first one 1.5?
Yep. San Diego Padres plus 1.5 over the Atlanta Braves.
Are they like all 1.5? It looks like everything says 1.5.
On the left, on the spread, yeah. The money line is different. Money line Padres are plus 215.
Yeah, I see that. Yeah, obviously, the Dodgers are minus because they're favored. Same with the Braves. I can't see the pitchers, unfortunately. I see that I can see that's Blake Snell for the Padres. I can't see the Braves.
Well,
Dodgers is May.
I don't know. This
Other
will help.
guys. It's like really, yeah. It's like literally blurry. I can't read.
Did that help or no?
No, it actually, I can't. It just. I don't know
Hmm.
if it's just the quality of your stream or not, because
It
like I
must
said,
be.
it's
Yeah, it must be.
everything's like it's like squiggly. I thought it was my vision at first. Let me see. Let's see, the Padres one's already locked, or is it changing? Oh, it
It
just
just
started.
changed. Yeah, it locked for a second. Now, oh, it's locked again.
So there's only how many games are left? There's only like 3 or 4 games, right?
Hell no. Oh, they got Friday and Saturday games on here too.
Oh, you're concluding that's okay. I just meant for the rest of the day. I think there's only like 3 or 4 more games.
I could do live and upcoming. Um, why are these games? That's NCAA. Yeah. So there's only one more game tonight, and that's the Marlins and Mets.
No, the Dodger game too. That's what I'm saying.
Oh,
So I
that's
don't know
all.
if
That's all
is
right now, isn't it?
Texas. No, that starts at 10.
Oh, so then
Uh,
that's it. That's the only game tonight.
it's those. So it's those. Wait, is that those two? Oh no, because the
Marlin
other
and
one says Friday. So yeah,
yeah,
so there is only one game on tonight,
yeah,
or after that. Well, I'm biased because I'm a Dodger fan. So
yeah. Then I ask you, what's going on over here?
who's the pitcher for the Diamondbacks tonight, though? Does that say likely?
What are you looking at?
No, I was talking about when you were looking at the Dodger game. I was like, I don't even know who's playing pitcher for Arizona. I said, does it
Oh,
say
hold up.
likely?
I got profit boost for what's this? Oh, MLB. Always MLB. Um, Cleveland and Magic during the first quarter, seeing Miami Heat and 76ers.
Cleveland should win that game. I don't know what the score is, but Cleveland should win that game.
They should, huh?
Sixers have been on a roll. Uh, Portland, San Antonio. San Antonio is like one of the worst teams in the league. Portland's like not as good either. They're
San
kind of
Antonio
bottom
is
tier.
their favorite right now.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Maybe it's because of maybe someone's not playing. Maybe Lillard's not playing. Maybe I don't know.
Did they not shut Lillard down for the rest of the year? Good.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know. Maybe they did. That would explain why San Antonio's literally the worst team in the league, besides like Detroit or some team like that. OKC Utah is like a OKC needs to win to like maintain pace in the playing game. I don't know if Utah's still involved. Utah might have just gotten eliminated.
Yeah,
Uh,
Utah's they're favored by a lot actually. Or not Utah, but Thunder.
OKC, yeah. And then Denver and Phoenix. Phoenix is favored because they got Durant. They haven't. I don't think they've lost a game since Durant's played with them. And I don't even know if Jokic is playing for. Jokic didn't play the last game for uh, Denver.
So on the Blazer Spurs are why can you look up real quick and see if Lillard's playing? Because they are favored by a lot.
You're the one on the computer.
Touche.
Damian Lillard
Touche.
status tonight. Lillard has been shut down for the remainder of the season, according to Chris Hayes.
Alright, so that's why Spurs are favored so much. So if I do the Spurs ticket, and you said the Utah has to win, right?
Well, I didn't say Utah has to win. I said that OKC is in like the driver's seat for the playing game. I don't know what if
Fuck.
Utah's eliminated yet.
Oh
Let me
yeah.
check real
If they're
quick.
eliminated, I'm not gonna even try to bet on that.
Utah Utah basically needs to win out. I think there's only like 2 or 3 games left for them. They have to win out. OKC is a game and a half up on them in the last spot.
And they're not resting nobody right now.
Who OKC?
Yeah.
No, they need to win. They have to win to maintain pace or to stay in the 10th spot because Dallas is right behind them.
think they'll win over 7 points?
I don't. It's tough.
It is tough.
Dallas is putting up 117 a game. OKC's putting up 117 a game. They both give up. Actually, Utah gives up a point 118 a game, while OKC gives up 116 a game. OKC has lost 3 straight, and Utah has lost 3 straight. So I would say that
A
OKC
literal
needs to
coin
get out
flip.
the schneid. It's more
Yeah.
important for OKC to win tonight. Yeah, I think that's like the thing because they need to remain ahead of them. So, but I think OKC played last night. Let me check that. Did OKC play last night? Maybe OKC didn't play last night. They both did play last night. Okay. Yeah, but I would say it's more important for OKC to win. Well, Utah needs to win to maintain, but I think OKC needs to maintain that 10th seed.
I know KC's a better team anyway. So
Uh,
if it's a coin flip, I'd go with OKC, right?
yeah, it's pretty much a coin flip.
And I know Phoenix Suns, they are
But
favored
OKC's
heavily.
like such a young team.
You think the Suns gonna blow out the Nuggets?
Uh, Denver. I don't know if. Let me see if Jokic is playing. Jokic injury status. Nikola Jokic. Status. Nuggets vs Suns injury report. He's questionable.
All right, so if I pick
There's a
these,
bunch of guys that are questionable. Him, Porter, Murray, Pope, and it says Durant is questionable, but I'm sure he'll play.
all right, so I mean, damn, I put 20
I
bucks on
think
it.
I think Phoenix. I would take Phoenix, but I would be surprised because like I said, Denver's literally the 1 seed. OKC or Phoenix is the 4 seed. They're all those teams are locked into their spots, essentially. Like the Nuggets are pretty much the 1 seed. Suns are they're all clinched. They both have clinched playoff berths. Like I said, I don't know if Jokic isn't playing because they might just tend to rest. But they're
Man,
both not playing for anything.
so I'm leaning towards the Nuggets plus 12. Then that means they can lose, but they can't lose more than 12. That might be a good bet.
Oh, so you're saying you take 12 points with the Nuggets?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not bad.
All right, then I will. I bet on the Spurs, Thunder, and then plus 12 with the Nuggets. That'll give me 20 for 55. Yeah, I'll do that. Total payout. Ooh, 75. Okay. All right, now let's bet on snooker. No,
Huh?
I said now let's bet on snooker.
What the heck is snooker?
I don't know what the fuck it is actually, but Mark Davis versus Michael Giorgio. Who do you got, RJ?
I don't.
I'm fucking with you. All right. Oh, I don't want this kind of racing. Uh, back. No, I don't want horse racing. Get out of here. Where's motorsports? Yeah, see, this weekend is a dirt race, so everyone's looking at Kyle Larson. That's like the low hanging fruit, but I don't know, man. Oh, they got the Truck Series out right now. Um, I like Chase Briscoe in the Truck Series. Let's see, I put 15 on Chase Briscoe. That'll be 120. He hasn't done that lately, I think. I will try that. Payout total 135. I will take that. What are these free-to-play games? Answer a
Ready to
question
play,
about
ready to
your
play,
favorite
ready to
players.
play.
What? That's crazy. In the F1 championship, it's minus 750. If
Lewis Hamilton.
Max Verstappen, he's not doing good this year. But that's crazy. The overall championship, Verstappen is minus 750. That is insane right now.
I'll tell you what to place because he plays Packers playoff pick.
I don't think they have that. I'll take the under on that.
They have him at 7.5.
Not on FanDuel, I don't think. 'Cause I don't see football even on here.
Madden.
Madden?
Get bet on Madden.
I don't know why they don't have. Well, here's. Oh, here you go. NFL team odds.
Do they have like Super Bowl bets or anything like that? Yet?
Not yet. That'd be dope though. What is this? Yeah, they're not even letting you do that right now. What kind of race? Oh, top 10. Here we go.
They have prop bets for NASCAR.
For like top 10 to top 5, yeah.
Oh, like this guy blow his engine by a lap or
Well,
something.
DraftKings has some good stuff like that. Like who will lead the most laps in stage one, or who will pick up the most points in a single race, that type of shit. But I got all my money right there for FanDuel. Dirt's so fucking hard to. Yeah, everyone's negative for top 10. That's crazy.
Yeah, that left field in Detroit is sputtery.
Top threes. I'll throw some money on Kyle Busch getting a
They should
top
do over
three.
under. Will Cam Newton be a quarterback in the league by the time the league year starts?
No, he will not. Whichever one of them said if a quarterback gets injured or something and they need somebody, he might. That's when he has a chance.
Like, yeah, saying like off the street type of thing. I'm trying to remember who that was that said that. It was the former players.
No, and that thing you just played before.
Yeah, yeah. It was one of the. I'm trying to think who it was that said it because it wasn't Kellerman. It wasn't Diana Rossini. It was the other guy. Remember who it was? Was it?
I don't know. See, I like getting on FanDuel early because they have some good people at low bets, but not this week. They got all the good dirt guys crazy low where it's not even worth it. Oh, here we go. NFL futures. Let's see.
NFL's futures.
Yeah. Where are the Packers to
Yeah,
win?
where are they at for the? I'm kind of curious where they're for the playoffs because they have us at 7.5 wins on
They
the
have
season, and
they,
most
they
people see us surpassing that.
they have y'all finishing fourth in the NFC North.
Yeah, I don't know about that. They were they were talking about like they're the one team that like we're the one team that could freaking it's because it's where there's just a big question mark with obviously with Love. That's what the whole thing comes down to. Because if he plays well, then
Yeah, right now they got the Lions winning
and what was it plus what?
plus 410. They got
So like put
Lions.
like a $10 bet. That's what $410.
Nah, that's for $10. That's 40, I think. Yeah, 41.
Well, 40. So it'd be okay.
Um, but yeah, they get the Lions favored the most at plus 130. Then Vikings 310, Bears
Yeah, our
320. Damn, they got y'all
our
way off.
division's the most up in the air, pretty much.
They got Commander plus 950 to win the division. Whew, plus 950. That is tantalizing. Let's see. Super Bowl, they got
Oh, there's
quarter.
XFL bets. Ooh,
I don't know nothing about that though.
I know that there's the one team that they were undefeated and they lost to the team that was the one win team or the no win team.
Of course, Vegas. Um, Super Bowl bets. Let's see here. And Texans are at plus 18,000. Woo, what is that? $10 to win $1,800. That's crazy. So this is people that get those crazy money though when they bet like really high, a really high team, and then throughout the season they're doing good.
The
They
plus 4,000. So you put fucking $10 on Packers, you win
like 400, I think.
400.
Yeah. Uh,
This is Super Bowl.
yep. Super Bowl odds. Whoever wins Super Bowl. Of course, Chiefs are the highest. San Fran's number two. Oh, number or tied number two. San Fran, Eagles, and Bills tied number two, and the Bengals too.
Are
Lions
they
are up
all
there.
plus or are they all
Yeah,
minus?
no, yeah, they're all plus.
I would assume so.
Yeah, I can't believe the Jets,
Carolina's what plus 5,000
bro. The
and
Jets are plus 1,600. That is the Aaron Rodgers effect. There's no way they should be plus 1,600. That is wild, man. I don't get that at all. Conference winners, AFC. Let's see NFC conference winners. Packers at plus 1,600. Commanders at plus 3,000. Do they have like division? Duh. Yeah, I just looked at that. What is more NFL? What are these? Look at these jet bets. Alan Lazard to score 10 plus touchdown in the regular season plus 250. New York Jets to beat Buffalo Bills at home and on the road. Oh, dude, they're betting on the Jets to sweep the Bills. Ooh. New York Jets to miss the playoffs and Green Bay Packers to make the playoffs plus 350. There you go, RJ. They got a Packer bet for you.
ooh,
New York Jets to make the playoffs and Green Bay to miss the playoffs. That's at plus 200. Ooh, that's not a lot though.
The Jets aren't making the playoffs.
Yeah, I don't think
It's
so.
not going to happen.
Yeah, I don't think so either. Um, win total. Here you go. Where they got the Packers win total at?
7.5. I think is what I've been seeing. I
Green
think
Bay
they'll win more than
Packers.
7.5 games. And it might be close, but they could win over 7.5 games,
Yeah, the over is
especially with their
7.5.
division. They said their division's like it's like up in the air. Nobody knows who's gonna win that division.
What's my Commanders? And so they got a favor to win over 6 games. That's good to know. I guess with what 18 games a season, it's kind of hard to miss that. Um, what about the Tampa? Yeah, it's kind of these are crappy odds. I don't like those odds. What is this defense prop? Matt Judon to get the regular season total sacks. Who the hell is Matt Judon? I forgot who that is.
He's a Matt Judon. He's a D end or whatever. I don't know if he's on the. I don't know what team he's on. I know he used to be on the Ravens, but I don't know who he's on now. Patriots? No.
And you got New York Jets to go undefeated in the regular season, plus 15,000.
For
Why?
who?
The Jets. Why are these all the fucking
The,
Jets though? That's all
the
Jets.
Jets aren't gonna do shit. I don't give a fuck if they have Aaron Rodgers. They ain't
Yeah,
gonna do shit.
I don't understand this. They got
It's still the fucking Jets at the end of the day, guys. Right? You know
yeah,
what I mean?
I agree. They got the New York Jets to go undefeated in the AFC East, plus 2,500. New York Jets to score one rushing touchdown in every game. Like, why are these all the fucking Jets stuff? I don't get it. Aaron Rodgers to score 5+ rushing touchdowns in the season. That might actually be a thing. What do you think, RJ?
What's the over under what?
Uh, Aaron Rodgers to score 5 or more rushing touchdowns in the regular season,
What's the odd on it?
plus 1,500.
I
10,
don't think he's doing it.
$10 to win 150. You don't think he's gonna? You don't think so?
No, I don't think so.
Well, that's unfortunate to hear.
Especially with that, that's the one thing that's going to be the question mark with when he goes there or if he goes there is the offensive line. Their offensive line is like they always complain that like our offensive line was whatever, but dude, our offensive line was built to fucking pass protect. That line is not. They have literally a 38-year-old guy that's the right like their tackle. You're gonna have this 38-year-old guy, this old man who will be fucking, one of the oldest players in the league, trying to protect you. Their line is a big question mark. They're gonna have
Yeah,
to.
but to be
That's what the
fair,
Jets are gonna have to
the
draft.
Lakers have an old man that's leading that team. So
Yeah, but
There
we're
you go.
I
talking
guess it's not
football. It's like a
comparable because
strength. It's like
because he's
a
like
strength
one of the
game. Dude.
best.
Like,
It's
don't get
not.
me wrong.
Yeah, it's
The
irrelevant.
guy
It's
Dwayne
irrelevant.
Brown, he's a good. He's been good for a long time. But you're 38 years old in a young man's game. Like,
Let's
and that,
see.
like I said, the Jets have not done a good job in recent years protecting their quarterbacks. So
In recent
that's one
years,
thing
how about
Rodgers is
in
gonna have to
our
worry about when
lifetime?
he goes
You know,
there. Huh?
you said in recent years. I said, how about in our lifetime?
No, they've had good lines, just not recently. They had that like what's his name, Mangold. When Mangold was there, they had some decent lines. Nick Mangold, but like I said, the last like 2 or 3 years, they've gone through quarterbacks
Oh
where
yeah,
they've
when they
gotten
had Rex
hurt.
Ryan, their line was pretty good. Forgot about that.
They had really good defense when Rex Ryan was there.
Well,
That's why
that's
they
why their
won. That's why
offensive
Mark
line was so good
Sanchez.
because they had a good defensive line. Normally, when you have a good defensive line, you're good off. You have a good offensive line as well.
Hey, Tennessee is losing Derrick Henry, right?
That's to be determined. They've
I'm
He's
looking at.
testing free
I don't
agency
know.
or something, isn't he? Right? Something like
Yeah,
that.
I heard
No,
something like
he's well, no, he's a they're shopping him. That
that.
he's not a free agent. They're shopping him.
Oh, oh.
I'm looking at the AFC South division winners, and they got Jaguar minus 150, Titans plus 340, Colts plus 500, and Texans plus
I
850.
think I think the
If
Jags win that division this year.
That's
To
what
be
they.
honest, it's
if the
either
That's what
them or
Colts
the
Vegas thinks.
if the Colts gets
rookie
Richardson
quarterback.
and he starts, they will win that division.
Man, plus 500. It does sound tantalizing.
I still I've changed my tune on Richardson. Like I like him, but I think that he has to go to the right team. He's got to sit. I don't think he could come out and start right away. He's one of those
He
guys that'd be
has,
better off for it to
in
sit a
my opinion,
year.
he has the highest upside out of all of the
Yeah, yeah,
quarterbacks.
he does have the highest upside, but and that's why like I was talking to I think I was talking to BZ about this. We were talking about like the I just feel like like for like the Panthers standpoint, right? Like it's such a thing to bet on that player to be this high upside guy when you have like two guys that their biggest like which like Bryce Young, his biggest question mark is just his height, not his state of play. because like the guy was one of these guys was saying, it's
Well, how
like
about the fact that he's an
athleticism only
Alabama
gets you so
quarterback? How about that part?
huh?
How about the fact that he's an Alabama quarterback?
Well, you could say the same thing about Florida quarterbacks. They're slightly more successful.
Yeah,
The
look
Ohio
at
State Ohio State hasn't had very successful quarterbacks, but this one guy was talking about how the of athleticism isn't what got these guys there. It's their talent in terms of like what they do on the field. And those other two guys have done it on the field. There's less question marks. Like everything has to go right for Richardson to be that guy. That's why, like, if it's the Panthers, you have to take the guy that's more surefire. You can't take the guy that's like, well, hypothetically, he could be the best guy if he hits all those,
Well, the
all the
Panthers could have
potential.
got Richardson at 5 or wherever they were
Yeah, they
drafting
probably could
previous.
have. That's why if I'm the Panthers, I take Stroud. He literally has like minimal
But like
question
the
marks.
Panthers are built, they're not. They're the way they're built right now. They're built for a year, to wait a year.
give me 1 second.
We have Dalton. Dalton starting no matter what.
I just think it's like as a GM, it's a big risk. Like you risk your job on this guy being hitting all
All
potential.
all of them are a risk.
Because it's not like when like the Niners took Trey Lance and they viewed him as like, oh, he's got to sit a year or something like that, right? Because there were guys ahead of him that were already going to go ahead. So it would have been something if like the number one team would have taken him. Oh, they're actually going to do like have the thing on here. They're going to talk about the Panthers on the clock, like a mock draft thingy. I just don't like the fact with the Panthers where freaking that Tepper, their owner, is he's talking about like he's like it's like almost feels like he wants to be Jerry Jones, like he wants to be able to make that pick, and it's like you got to trust your personnel to make that pick. Just because you're like, oh my God, I'm in love with this guy, it's like no, you got to go with what your personnel and like how your scouts and everything feel about the question marks that they have about certain guys. Like he apparently Tepper wants the guy from Alabama, Bryce Young. I think McCown, who's like the Panthers, he's like I don't know who he is. If he's like the Panthers quarterback coach or whatever he is, he's been heard saying that he wants they'd like Stroud, and same thing with a lot of the other scouts in the system. And then there was
Well, from what I've been hearing, the head
there's
coach
some
is saying he wants Richardson.
Frank Reich,
Yeah.
and then there's like some other guy that the Panthers brought in, and they said he actually might have all the power in making a decision because they think so
I
highly of
have
him,
the
and I can't remember who
power.
it is.
Like
Well, speaking of
why
Panthers,
go get
Panthers
a
signed
new
DB Eric
coach if you're
Rowe.
not gonna let him do shit? Like let the fucking coach put his team together and see how it fucking goes, dude.
Let me see. I want to try to see if I could find that. Who was There's like I said, there's one guy in that Panthers staff that they're like.
Like, I
This was
personally
from
like
today.
Richardson the best, but I hate the fact that we gave up,
Traded up.
yeah, traded up for it. There's just no reason for that.
I'm surprised it's still like draft thing.
It cuts like our bank, like it gives us more cap because Moore was he's like a guaranteed 20 mil next year or something like that. The Panthers weren't gonna pay him anyways.
Do they have? Can I search like a draft?
Okay, so yeah, it says here there's a thing today that says many staffers, many Panthers staffers back Bryce Young, although the Panthers pendulum keeps swinging between uh, swinging towards
I don't know, I'm not a fan
Stroud.
of midget quarterbacks. You're just gonna get fucking blocked all day trying to throw over the
Bryce
fucking lines.
Bryce Young has several key supporters in the building. New quarterbacks coach Josh McCown looks to be one of them. And the guy that I was thinking of that's like in the Panthers, like he's a senior assistant with the Panthers, that they say might have a little bit of pull in terms of who they pick is Jim Caldwell, who used to be
Why
with
the
like the
fuck do we
Lions. He's like a
hire
senior assistant.
McCown as a quarterbacks coach? We might as well fucking pull in goddamn Dan Orlovsky. Like,
Well, Josh McCown is actually considered like one of the smartest quarterbacks that have been out there in terms of like
Really?
reading. Yeah,
Wow.
he's was highly sought out of being a coach in the college ranks before he took the Panthers quarterbacks coach job. He was one of the
should have
guys that
brought
was
in Ryan
rumored to be the
Fitzpatrick and let
coach
him
for the
coach.
Texans or whatever a couple years ago before when they hired what's his name, Lovey.
Let's see here. What is this?
Like I said, my perspective was like I think the Panthers should go with Stroud because, like I said, there's less question marks with him. You see the potential. You see, he's got the height. He's 6 foot, freaking 3 or whatever it is. Young's is his size. The only big thing about Stroud is, oh well, he's an Ohio State quarterback, and they've never really been uh, successful in the league. Which that's just more. I don't think that's more so the school. I think it's just the players. Like the only quarterback I can remember that was like came out of Ohio State that was like highly thought about was what's his name, not Troy Brown, Troy Smith, that won the Heisman like back in like back when we were in like high school. And I feel like he like with him like even if you get that wrong, most people universally have it as like that's the one reason why Tunic with the thing between Richardson and them is with Hooker. Uh, because I'm seeing Hendon Hooker
Hooker.
talking.
What?
Because the other
The
guy
fuck did
that's
that come
moving up draft
from?
boards, his name's Hendon Hooker. So I looked over and saw his name. Uh, but that's the big thing as like a picking at number one. Like if they get it wrong with Stroud or Young, that I feel like for their sake they would be it wouldn't be as universally like frowned upon because those are two guys that like kind of are expected to go 1-2. You know what I'm saying? Like if they get that wrong, people can't go like, oh well, we knew Richardson was going to be good because if that was the case, he would have gone 1 or 2. You know what I'm saying? Like those two guys are just universally thought of as been like even in the preseason polls of like before the year began, they were two of the guys that like oh they're going to be like one of the top, going to be like the top two guys, and it's held true all year until the draft. So like stupid owners can't come out or stupid other GMs and go like, oh well, the Panthers are idiots because they took this, they took Young or they took Stroud. It's like, well, everybody else had it. Everybody else had it that way. Like all of a sudden they don't. If you take Richardson, you set yourself up for more ridicule if it's wrong. And I think that's what's the fearful part. And if that was the case and you liked Richardson, then you shouldn't have traded up to frickin' one. You should have traded up to like 3 or 4.
Oh, there's no reason to trade up. You could have just got him where he was.
Well, no, because what happens, what tends to happen with quarterbacks is once someone starts climbing, those guys they will climb as high as they can. Like I said, it's gonna be like the first two pick. Let me go back to the picks. I can see the actual
Well,
draft
no, you got to
board.
think
Like
because
the
it would have
first
been
like
the
five
Bears. The
picks, like four of
Bears,
them are gonna be
it,
quarterbacks.
it would have been the Bears. The Bears are not drafting a quarterback. You're just wrong. Not gonna happen.
Well, no, because another team. The point is another team would have traded up.
No, you're
That's
just
gonna happen.
assuming that would happen.
No, well, we know it's gonna happen because the Bears aren't gonna take a quarterback. They're not gonna
No,
stay and pick
no.
a
So what? They
lineman or
could take a
whatever
different
there.
player.
No, because
Let's
there's not. I'm
see.
telling you, there's for what they need. They
But
need more than
you're
just
just
the.
assuming they could totally
Receivers.
take a fucking
NFL
They
whatever's
wouldn't have
whatever's right
though.
there.
They weren't going to. They were going to trade out. They were going to. It didn't matter if it was to Carolina or not. They were going to trade out from that spot because there's no point in them staying there when they know the quarterback. All these teams that need quarterbacks, they're going to trade up. They'll get the amount of picks that they're going to get to move out and get a different guy. They can get a different guy that's a top 10 player still, and just moving down because, like I said, Carolina moves up, they're going to take a quarterback. Texans are two,
Junior.
they're going to take a quarterback. The Cardinals are not going to take a quarterback, so they may be a
Seven
team that
dollars.
may move back down and let the team move
I'm
up.
not doing that shit.
Maybe and then like I said, fourth is the Colts. They're going to take a quarterback. Fifth is Seattle. It's rumored they're going to take a quarterback. After that, it's basically a crapshoot of who's going to take quarterbacks or not. Some guys may slide. Some teams may surprise you, like the Raiders at 7. They're bringing in a bunch of these top 5 quarterbacks at 7. The Lions, I don't think are taking a quarterback. They're going to take a corner, or they're going to take uh that one lineman that people are kind of scared of, that Carter guy. There's rumor that he might go there.
I'm
So
gonna
like
put
most of
20
those
bucks on
picks
that.
in the top five are going to be going. There's going to be quarterbacks that are going to be gone. There's going to be like 4 or 5 quarterbacks potentially gone in the top 10.
I'm putting 20 bucks on Lazard, RJ.
So
Get
what? Lazard to what?
get 10 touchdowns this year. How many did he get last year with the Packers?
I don't know. That's a. Let me look.
I mean, he's gonna be the number 2,
2.
in my opinion, with the Jets. You know,
Still the Jets, dude.
I
They might
know.
not have 10 fucking passing touchdowns all
Alan
season,
Lazard
dude.
last year had 6.
Okay, but he was what, number 3 on the Packers?
No, he was number 1.
I thought that new dude was number 1.
No,
The light
Lazard
skin.
was like the one all year.
Your number 1 got 6 touchdowns all year. That's wild. Garrett Wilson is gonna be the one with the Jets. He's gonna get double
Yes.
covered a lot.
And then what happens? And then what happens if they? The thing is like with the Jets, I wouldn't bet on any receiver in that system because it's hard. It's except for maybe Wilson, because
Because it's
they
the
literally
Jets.
have they literally have Wilson. Then they have Lazard. Then they have the what's his name from who's the third guy? They signed him. The Miracle Harmon. Then they may go grab Odell
And
Beckham.
they get that
So
really good running
how are
back
you
too when he come back from his injury.
how are you going to spread that ball around to 4 receivers? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Well,
and he typically doesn't favor. He may favor Lazard because it's a guy he's familiar with, but
that's what I'm thinking too.
then again, I don't think so. Like, he's always been
No,
more of a guy that's
wasn't there
bred.
things like when Lazard first came in the league, like Rodgers threw to him a couple times, he didn't catch it, he's like, "Fuck you, I'm not throwing you the ball the rest of the game." Wasn't there things like that happen?
Yeah, that's the other kid, wasn't it?
Thought it was
RJ
Lazard.
He's done that a few times
Christian Thompson,
with
whatever
certain
his name is.
players.
I just think that Garrett Wilson. I know he's going to be doubled every game, and RJ Rodgers knows Lazard. I feel like 10 though, and what, a 17 game season, 10 touchdowns. That's not out of the realm.
He's in
Well, I mean, he
2021 was
couldn't
his
even get
high. He
fucking.
had
He had
he had 8.
6.
He had 6 last year. He had 8 the last year with Adams.
But he could, man, I don't know. He just signed what, like a $40 million contract. They're gonna use him.
I'm not saying that they're not.
Yeah.
Me
No, I got
personally,
you.
I don't. It's hard to pick a team. It's hard to bet on a guy on a team that there's so many other options. That's just it's like when you it's
And
like
it's
when
the
we used to play
Jets, right? We can't deny that.
well, if you want to keep saying that, yeah. But if it was like if it's like when we used to play like when we do like fantasy football. That's why I kind of stayed away from a lot of Packers receivers for the most part. I never took Adams. I don't think I ever had Adams. I never took freaking. I might have taken Jordy one of the years, but the reason why I never really took those players is because it's just so unpredictable how he distributes the ball. He's always been one of those guys that you just gotta
Wilson only
hope he
had
throws it to him.
Wilson only had
A
4
lot of other
touchdowns. That's
quarterbacks they throw
wild.
to their like it more in recent years when Adams was there. He started to throw. You knew that like
Well,
you
who
would
was
get a
their
surefire
quarterback
guy with
last year?
Adams.
They had a couple.
The Jets, Garrett, they had Wilson. They had freaking Mike
I
White,
think they had 3 starters.
Flacco.
Yeah. But I thought Wilson had more than 4 touchdowns. That's kind of
Mike White was the one that
yeah.
looked manageable.
Man, trying to think. Some of these look good, but some of these look bad. Like the Jets to beat. That's stupid. I don't understand why it's all the Jets though. The whole season special, just the Jets. They need to do it with every team.
Because Brady's gone, they got to suck off, Aaron Rodgers now.
Yeah, for one more year, and then who's it gonna be next? Popular team prop bets with FanDuel Sportsbook. Where do you prop bets at? Worst regular season record. Team goes undefeated. Team goes 0-17. The last undefeated team. Where are these bets at? That's what I want to find. I want to
Like
bet
I said,
on
there's
like
not a lot of. I'm not like I said. It may sound like I'm saying it just because it's my team, but there's no way that like 7.5 for Green Bay is still kind of low. I just don't think that they. I still think that they could get over it. A lot of the people were saying the same thing too. Like them, they said like the Dolphins. I think were another team that were at like a certain win total, it was like 9 or something like that, or 8.5. They could easily get over freaking that total. They were doing it with. They were doing it with freaking what's his name, and he was hurt.
Yeah, well, the Dolphins have a game changer. Who's the game changer on the Packers?
Jordan
No,
Love,
the
baby.
point is that there's question marks in how well he could, how well he could play. That's the thing that a lot of people are saying, like, because they have to put that low number because there's uncertainty. But a lot of the people who were like, because like I said, they said that it was like this person I was listening to talk. They were talking about just those betting odds, and they said it's one of those ones that were like they could easily do that with him, even him in a year where he's his first year. And then they looked at like the AFC and they said a team like the Dolphins and a team like who's the other person? Another team that they're projected about the same total, and they said like it's feasible that those teams should easily. They weren't saying Green Bay easily, but they said that's like a good odd to bet on because they're betting low on them, and especially in that division.
They got
Division's kind
Jets.
of not a strong division. It's a division where Green Bay could win a couple times in the division, and I don't know who else they play this year, but
All right, RJ, if you had to bet, how many wins will the Jets have this year?
I don't. What division do they play? It's a big thing.
You mean who they
Let me
play
see.
The
against?
Patriots and the
The
Bills.
Well,
Bills,
no, I know
yeah,
that.
Miami.
I
I
meant
mean,
like
I don't think they're gonna
outside of that.
win. I don't think they're gonna win the division, but
Jets
I don't know who they
schedule
play. Yeah, this year.
2023. I won't know what time of year they play, but I know the teams. Okay, so they play. They play the division, obviously, home and away. They
Vegas
play
has
at
them at
home.
9 wins, 9.5 wins, over under.
Okay, so let's go team by team right here. Okay, Washington. Do they beat Washington at home? These are home games, by the way. I'm gonna read all the home games first. So Washington. Do they beat Washington at home
I'll say yeah.
with Aaron, assuming Aaron Rodgers is the quarterback of that team?
I'll say yeah.
Okay, so 1-0. Eagles. I think they lose that game. I think it's
Yeah.
1-1. Falcons. I think they win that game.
Yep.
2-1. Chargers is kind of a coin flip. I would probably favor them. I would favor them to beat the Chargers. Next game, Chiefs. I would say they lose.
Yeah.
Texans, they win.
Yeah.
Uh, I'm gonna skip the division games. So going to away games, Dallas.
I say they will lose that probably.
I say yeah, we could say that they lose.
Well, if
But
it's Aaron Rodgers,
plays
Aaron
Dallas
Rodgers owns the
well.
Cowboys,
I was
so.
about to say and they're playing
That
in
is true
Dallas.
too.
He does good in Dallas, so that's I said. I'll keep that one open. Okay,
But
the
the thing that
Giants.
I'm thinking, and you guys talking about the first game, the Commanders, right?
Mhm.
Aaron Rodgers. When was the last time they won an opening game? 5 years ago. I just don't see them winning that
Who?
game.
Rodgers.
Yep.
Well, yeah, that's more because of the way that the Green Bay approaches the game. As it's not so much of the play. They literally Green Bay's like played like no starters in the last game, and they basically come in with like no. I'm sure the Jets will operate a lot differently. They probably play their starters and a little bit in the last game to get some chemistry. Green Bay wasn't doing, literally played for like they were off for 2 weeks.
All right, who's next?
Okay, Giants
They probably win
in
that one.
in New York, huh?
I say they probably win that one. What do you think?
Okay, Broncos,
Oh, they gonna win that one.
Cleveland,
God damn, they probably win that one too.
Raiders.
Well, that depends if Lamar's there or not, in my opinion.
I don't think Lamar's there.
Yeah. I mean, that's not for sure he's gone yet.
The Raiders.
I honestly
The
don't
Oh,
even see the
Raiders. I'm sorry, the
Jets.
Ravens.
The Raiders. I said the
Yeah.
Raiders. I thought
Um,
Lamar is there.
I honestly don't even see the Jets beating San Diego either, to be honest. It honestly depends on what Herbert we get, right?
That is true.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Is that it's He's so hit and miss at this point because he's still young. It's the Raiders.
Damn, I don't know, man. Who's playing? Who's the quarterback by then? Will it be Jimmy G?
I would assume so. I think it's safe to say unless he
Oh
gets
yeah,
hurt.
Raiders don't or Jimmy G doesn't lose, so
Yeah,
Raiders win that game.
he's got a really good. Oh shit.
If he's healthy, right?
Yeah,
It's at the end of
true,
the
true.
year. He never makes it this far, so we don't know.
All right, who's next?
Okay, so this is why I stopped. Okay, so I left the Raiders and the Cowboys open just because of you brought the question marks of like the quarterback and the Cowboys because Aaron's going there.
Yeah.
So I kept it. So right now they're at 7 wins. Now it's the divisional games. So I don't know how you view like home and away with those, but it's basically like, do you think they split with any of those games?
I
Like
think
when they play New England, do they beat New England twice?
I would say they'll split New England. They'll probably lose both games to the Bills, and they might split with Miami, and that's what 9 right there.
That's 9, and that's 9 without counting the Dallas game or the Raiders game.
Damn.
So if you're at 9 and you think that they can win one or two of, or win one of those games against Dallas or the Raiders, then go over.
Yeah, the over is actually favored. That's why I was just looking at the under.
I think the thing is that division's gonna be weird because like I think it's basically gonna be a 3-team race because New England's not gonna be in that division. New England's probably gonna be the bottom team, but they're not like a slouch because it's Bill Belichick team.
True.
I think the Bills take that division. I don't know. I like the Dolphins too. The Dolphins always fucking like they would have probably been a chance to win the division if Tua didn't get hurt. So if you're getting Tua that's healthy, not fucking hitting his head all the fucking time, then they have a chance. Because he just operates that team really well. Like as long as he can just manage the game instead of trying to fucking do too much, he'll be fine. But his health is the question. And then like I said, I think that the Jets are finishing second or third in that division.
Give me
Bills
one
take it.
second.
I
I'm
think
sorry.
the Jets finish second or third. But I think nine wins is like I think that's a sweet spot for them. I think like 10 they could reach. I don't know if they go any more than just based off of that schedule. I would say like the most they can get is maybe 11 or 12, but I don't think they hit 12. I think theoretically it's like 10, 11. Probably good enough to make a wild card if that's the scenario.
All right,
But
sorry.
also it's
I
going
had
to
a.
come down to the chemistry too, whether or not I don't know how different the Jets playbook is going to be to like Green Bay. I know
When
it's
was
like
the last
similar
time the
style of
Jets won
offense.
10 games?
Well, I mean,
Did they win?
it
Did they
depends on
win
what
10
kind of
last
Aaron
year?
Rodgers they get, though.
Did they win 10 games last year?
Did they? Was it 9 or 10?
Or it might have been 9 actually. They won 7.
Oh, okay.
And they're better
Last
than
time they
it
won
with
10
Rodgers.
games,
They're
they
better
had
than a
like
7-win
Chad
team.
Pennington or something.
Mark Sanchez.
They're better than a
Oh yeah, Mark
better
Sanchez.
than
There
a
you go.
7-win team with Rodgers. And they lost a lot of close games. They did lose a lot of close games. They literally only got outscored by 20 points this year.
But they also had one of the weaker schedules, too. This year they have a harder schedule, won't they? They
I don't
finished
know. We
what?
just read those teams. I think we kind of just cakewalk like half those games.
Yeah, man. And to me, it depends on what kind of Rodgers they get, too.
That division always has an easier
Rodgers
side,
is still
like
going
of
to
the
be
schedules.
regardless of what his down numbers are. He's still going to be a top 10 quarterback. So you got to go under the assumption that he's going to be top 10. Even in his down years, he's been top 10. It's like my thing is it's going to be about protection. If he can remain healthy, I think they can win 10 games, 9 games, easy. But it's that line. I'm not sold on the line.
Yeah.
Uh, I'm not sold on that line. They're gonna have to bolster. I think that's one thing they're gonna have to do is in the draft they need to go bolster that line and they need to freaking probably find a couple free agency guys for depth, protect them because you don't because like the Jets, a lot of their shit a lot of Rodgers' success with Green Bay has been after he gets out of the pocket, right? That's always been his thing, kind of like school. They call it like the schoolyard plays. That's a lot of Rodgers' success. With that Jets team, it's going to be a new learning curve for them if that's the style that they're going to go with, because that line's going to have to protect the line. I know, to be determined. Well,
I don't know. I think because the Packers aren't going to trade Rodgers until after the draft. I don't think they're going to do what they did with fucking Brett Favre.
Brett
it's going to depend
Favre.
if Green Bay doesn't get what they want. I
They're
think that they'll
they're
go
going to
that
wait
route.
and they're going to fucking hold him as long as they can,
Yeah.
but they don't have to. I guess. Well, I mean, they don't have to deal with him anyways, but
I saw another thing
just
another
to
day.
to fuck them up.
It said that the Packers they sent them something and it said up to the Jets now to accept it or not.
Yeah, that's why I told you that yesterday. I said Green Bay sent like they view it as like the ball's in their court. Like they're basically not gonna budge on what they want. And if,
Okay.
like I said, Green Bay could look at it from two perspectives. It's either they don't get what they want, or they wait until after June 1st and they get the cap space